Hello and welcome. It always tags it, so it is my key config when I press record. It's been a while because I knew it was the last sort of session, and it's true. I'm not trying to like say, oh, I'm really poorly. Yeah, but I've had like this weird like COVID-y type thing that's like really hammered my get up and go, and it's sort of getting a little bit better. I just did a bit of modding, but I'm getting tired again, like this mental sort of like tiredness that I'm getting. So I've changed everything to extremes because we've done everything. Let's just have a bit of a recap because it's been a while. So we should see everything. Now we want to be going to the harvested thing, which should be the next one. So, oh, good 88 grass. Yeah, we knew about that. I always say about that, the last one. Sometimes I'll do it, but it'd take a long while. I haven't got an extreme BGA yet. But apart from that, we did do the last court. So we've done every single thing. All we've got left to do now is everything that on this. Now, the one thing I can't control is JMGaming's Bioplastics Factory, which of course has actually got quite a lot of stuff in it. So that's going to take a while, but we're just going to zip through. So the one thing we're going to do first and foremost is go to this, and we're going to sell our animals because we've done so. It's just, this is the line in the sand. I've never used to sell them, but it sort of makes things worse because then of course you've got your yeah, they're getting more and more produce from these. Right, let's stick zone markers on for a change. It's such a long time since I made this that I've forgotten where my zone markers are. They were still where obviously the giant ones were as well. So yeah, I think it's around the other side though. Yeah, it's the food icon. Here we go. So that actually needs moving. It should be near the door. No, it is. Yeah, it's about right. No, it is about where it was. So we want to go out of here. So we want to buy literally. Yeah, so we want to sell. Yes, we do. Well, we don't really, but like it's got to be done. Let's select and sell. Yes, 3 and select and sell 129. See, it's a lot of cash. It is still a lot of cash. I mean, not that we're doing it for that, or we would be quite happy to stay, obviously, for as long as possible, but no. Select and sell, yes. Select and sell, yes. Select and sell, yes. Select and sell, yes. And the oldest of our sheep, the ones that started us all off, yes. So there we go. None left, all gone. These bales didn't half last well. I know they degrade a bit now, but they were still not too terrible actually. Really, all things considered. Right, let's grab the telehandler. There's no ambient noises, is there? Actually, there probably isn't because you can hear me footfalls. So it is definitely good. So where is? I mean, the equipment we got on here is amazing, and especially, yeah, I've got to be honest. I was really pleased that I tried the Nexat because I had it on FS22 and I was not that pleased with it really. So, oh no, we are going the right place. Yeah, so I'm really chuffed that I tried it because it's changed my mind. It's all of the inconsistencies of Celibukis have sort of been addressed, and I'm not having a go at Celibuk either. That was a really complicated mod to do, very very complicated. Very good what he did, but Giants have addressed the issues that I would have thought, I personally thought that it got, which was, yeah, you needed 2 lorries really to transport all of its gubbins, and I thought this is just too much. I can't be having 2 lorries just specifically for a piece of, thing like that. Well, Giants, you can actually carry it with it, so it's quite amazing. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where we are. Now, obviously, the other thing is we've got an awful lot of fields that are... I mean, look at the road that we've got there. That's tremendous. I don't know if it can see those. I think it can. Well, I need to do my icons a bit better. Yeah, I've just been doing a little bit of tweaking. But I have done actually quite a few unique ones. Yeah, some more mods. I'm also playing around with a poplar greenhouse, because for years it's bugged me, and I've also been working on. I've decided what I'm going with. I had a good chat with JMGaming. He is a friend. We sort of a relationship that we've had over the years. We sort of chat to each other a lot, and I consider him a friend. When I sort of do the testing, I always want to assist him and like point out. I don't want him to ever fall flat on his face. And you realise that when you feel like that, it's obviously that you care about someone, and sort of the relationship has developed. And I'm not, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not like being. Yeah, I'm not developing feelings for JMGamers. I'm just merely saying your relationship, all of that, where you start as respect for the, I mean, the fun I've had on his maps is amazing. But obviously, I chatted to him over the years, and it sort of like develops. I've literally spoken to him for a long time now. So, yeah, and he's helped me. I've helped him, and he's basically give me a bit of help with the mods or the guidelines, and also sort of what he hinted at scared the living daylights out of me, because it revealed what I've always thought, and that is that giants are obviously quite unreasonable. He was on about the spamming the mod hub comment that I got, don't spam the mod hub, was basically Giant's way of saying, JMGaming said be careful because you'll get banned. And I thought, what? Banned? Banned for submitting mods to a place where you're supposed to submit mods? And I thought, well, JMGaming knows what he's on about. If that's the case, then that just goes to show that giants are always unreasonable, and yeah, as I always thought they were. It truly does. But it did sort of put me in my place in so much. I thought, well, I hate this. I hate politics of any sort, which is why I never ever want to be a Giants Pond ever, even if I ever reached the 1,000 on YouTube, which is approaching very slowly. I do realise I'm a bit vocal, and I'm not. I think to be popular, you've got to be a yes person, and you've got to like try to please everybody. I'm not that kind of person. Oh wow, I think I've got a bit mad. I've tried to make everything into a double. It has worked though. Yeah, I've got two layers now. I could think I could make 3 on that. That's not bad. That's what I'm aiming for. There was some. No, a long time ago we had something. So an extreme rope, extreme straw. Oh, the greenhouse has disappeared. Now that is my fault. It is. I had a tidy up of certain ones of them because I'd doubled up. So the one that I got rid of, it typically is the one that was in 2 Let's Plays, would you believe? And the one that's left was not in any, and that's the right one. So we might, yeah, that's true. We might need to actually place one of those down. Yeah, this is going to slow us down a bit, isn't it? Yeah, never thought. Extreme Spinny Tailor. And yeah, if we've lost the greenhouse, okay. Extreme Straw Factory. It's not going to have the guar glue in that, is it? No, and that's so what it needs to process that shed load of straw that is in there. So then I might need to pop out and sort this out. You can't say live mod unless you live mods. So we'd not pay for it, but I might upgrade it. I've started to work on supers. I am, because the idea of a super greenhouse is a bit ridiculous, because the greenhouses grow on the amount of light and how much, and obviously to get the most out of it. There is one that's coming to the game now. I'm going to do a pyramid one where the light catches each section, so that each floor is, I'm going to do 3 floors, the 3rd floor being the smallest, the middle floor being medium, and the bottom floor, and there's lots of space in the middle, which is true, and that would actually work. But the model's going to take some effort on my part, and I haven't got the time at the minute. All the energy, the mental energy to. I knew about that as well. You can see that I've got my new icon since the last time, but on some of them they're wrong. Yeah, they need to be flipped the other way. So yeah, there's certain ones like the Tiny Farm Silo and that I haven't done. Almost all are done now. I have done a lot of mods, even though I've not been too well. I've tweaked a lot, and I've even done a couple of quite smashing ones that will probably never make it into the model, because giants are very, very conservative, except unless your name's Black Sheep Modding, Omatana, or Chris S and Riley S. And in other words, unless you're known, and then you're known for that. BDSS, BDB SSB as well, one of my favourite modders. He also was not in Giants Good Books, but they've sort of got used to him, and he is now flying away with some cracking out there mods that are absolutely amazing, and he is getting away with it because he's got a reputation of not, and I'm not saying a bad reputation, I'm talking about he is, oh, it's just things, it will disappear, a good reputation, but also for being, he doesn't follow the Giants path, he does things his own way, and he's a very good modder. I mean he can tear a mod to pieces in an afternoon and rebuild it and make it into something that's stupendous. He is that good. A bit like Lambo and another few. You'll not have heard of Lambo. He's well, unless you're on YouTube, he is a massive modder that's brilliant, that is known to Giants, but he will not play Giants politics games, but he doesn't need to be told by Giants he's a modder, because he rips mods to pieces and he makes super mods. He is a absolute genius, he really is. Helped me out a lot. The same as Farmer Bob as well, another cracking modder. No, he is known to Giants, and he does release it on the mod, as we all know. Yeah, he is a cracker. He did the Mars map, and he's done another one as well. And obviously I've got his Farmer Bob's flat map. Right, so it appears I've got to go out and let's have a look first, see if we've got a greenhouse, because we can stick it in. We might, obviously we can assist a little bit, because we can not cheat, but we already put this down, so really it is already is ours. So I'm not sure if I would have done an extreme greenhouse. I don't think I have. I did start to, but I felt a bit funny about it, because like I said, really greenhouses, it's all about surface mass. So you can have a small, medium and large, and then it makes sense that you're going to get more productivity out of it. But if you're already using a large, which I am, they're all large tops. If you go to a bionic and a super, well, how do you grow more? Or do you put super fertilizer on it? And yeah, I know it's a game, so you could sort of go with that premise, but olive and grape, olive only, crisp veg greenhouse, rice, cotton and poplars. That's a testing one. Just single rice. This is also a testing one, but this one I'm quite intrigued to see, because it should have. I've literally modded that like I did the guar green thing. So yeah, and it's guar bean, olive. Yeah, so I think, is that only that? Let's just go bigger. I'm sure I have got some at 27 as well. That's like, yeah, so I did the bionics and that on the guars. And I suppose for finishing off, like this is like it's a tool at this point. And I obviously we would get the extra. So super there we go. So we did do super poplar, super guar. Okay, so we'll pay the extra 20 grand. It's literally right behind there. And we need to press B mode because it won't like that. But it should really go there. So we're going to take 20 grand off. Minus 20. Make sure you're not put 200. We're not doing that well, not yet. Right, so guar bean greenhouse. We now need to grab some water. You see, I thought all my work here was done, and all I'd got to do was just come in and like, I won't say laze around. Yes, my beautiful Orion. This has now, it's got icons. It has. It's fixed. It is. I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Yeah, certain projects, long-term projects that are really complicated, I just haven't had they're just too complicated for me at the minute. My mental will is just not there for that kind of, it's there, the big one, we can grab it. So I didn't really need this, but hey ho, we might need this. Although all that matters is we can see now. Where is something in there? Is that TMR, or is it a product that we need to be moving? Yeah, it looks very much like to me. But that is sugar cane, which means we really do need that. Yeah, because that's, I think you'll find that with sugar canes full in JMGaming's bioplastics, it is. So we need to stick this in the production silo to push across when it's got time. Yeah, we did so well. I love sugar cane. I was so pleased that we got, I mean, I almost did it on the first map, but then I stupidly had like a mental aberration, and it withered. The very first crop I've ever let wither. Ooh. Yeah, you can see I've also, my chevrons are almost matching now. I just still need to do my, still need to do me painting. Yeah, I'm not fixed that yet, but I'm sort of doing it in things in stages. Most of these now, the BI Industries is right. Also, most of the ones that had weird things where they were spitting out at an angle, my self-sufficiency, they're all right now, although not quite as long as I would like them. Yeah, it doesn't actually pull out the stuff quite as it should do, but it is sort of getting there. So we need manure. I can't remember if I actually increased the capacity of I don't, is this, no, this is not the buy, this is the small animal thingy. It is for storage of things, and that's not a buy point. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whereas this one is the one down here. So it looks like we're here for a while. It does. At least I haven't got to go out and mod that. I'd already done it, but I am intending on making a better model for this, because it's a bit cheeky, the bionics and the supers for a greenhouse, because obviously in real life, unless I'd found a secret super fertilizer that made things grow quicker, there's not really much more I can actually do to actually make something grow quicker. So it's a bit, and don't get me wrong, I know Omatana's is super duper to the point where she can have in a little garden what you'd grow in 6 fields. So yeah, I mean, I know I could sort of do that, but I just don't want that kind of, like, I won't say cheating, because I'm not trying to imply that Omatana's cheating. And it's all a bit like I said a few days ago. There used to be the straw to manure mods in FS22. It always set my teeth on edge, but there were not much choice. There was that, or there was JMGaming's, and JMGaming's was a bit, I thought, a bit weak. But if you'd use the upgrade factory mod, it did then turn out to be okay. So I felt so strongly that in the end I did actually get rid of that mod, as good as it was, because it was too powerful and it was unbalanced, and I don't want to win by having things that are just the things win for me. It's about, you know, your effort really. Now this might not work because it is B mode, so we might need to level the ground a bit. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. If you notice, the ground where we are that is higher than the actual thing, and that's what does it. This needs to be perfectly flat, but your lorry is higher, or your truck is higher, so therefore you're coming from a higher position, whereas you need to be in a level position. Right, also, let's do some painting, because this, you can deform this, and you don't want to. It needs to be like that, so it can't be deformed. So we all know you can run over, like, right, should now be about right, he says. Really should. Does it look about right? It does to me. Is there something not right with this one? Has it got any errors? Let's have a look. Oh, he plants small. Oh, I thought I'd got rid of that. Which one is it? The small mark Hoodfield Great One. I thought I'd got rid of it. Oh, it's still got the DDS file. Oh, it's not moaning about this though. Invalid file field type. It has as well, because I've removed it. So I must have something still talking about that. So do we need to go lower? What you do find is, yeah, if you can look closely, can we see the bottom of this? No, you can't. This looks like this is partially buried. This is interesting, because it sort of gives you a chance. Yeah. See, you need to be able to see the bottom about there. So you really need... Oh, that will be about right. Now, if you leveled from that point, you can see how far that's gone down. You should now be able to, if you can get your lorry to go, your trailer lorry. Yeah, if you get your trailer to go down, that should now magically pop. He says, and it doesn't. Well, that is if there's nothing wrong with the mod itself, really. So there could be something wrong with it. It definitely should be accepting. So please don't tell me I've deleted. No, I backed it up. I've deleted the wrong one. I've deleted the damaged one, and this one's not working right when the other one used to work perfectly well. That's ridiculous. It does appear that this is not liking the manure. And although we could cheat by, like, going to the production side, I really don't like the idea of that. Okay. It can also be the trailer. I have known this where certain trailers didn't work with this, so I'm not going to give in so easily. I'm going to be a bit persistent this time, because it really can be that as simple as a trailer. Having done this quite frequently and sort of thinking, oh, yeah, I mean, I did have trouble with my trailers for a while. They were too high, so I lowered them and lowered them and lowered them, and I've not had any difficulty for an awful long time with them now. This really could do with one of the big fence. It's a heavy tanker. Yeah, I think we'll just drive towards that fence. This kind of terrain doesn't help either, because it's obviously deforms, which means you're fighting the terrain because you're like digging holes with your wheels. It's good, this deformation, but it's also bad. Yeah, also having a lot of glitches with sound. I've got to be honest, I'm an avid gamer, and have been for many years, all my life really. So, and also being IT as well, it's sort of like I am a true geek, a super geek, so I know what I'm talking about. Obviously it's my job as well, about IT things, programming, obviously DirectX, all of those type of things for PC. Wow, even this is actually tough for it. So when I was not impressed with FS19. It really did have a lot of problems with sound interface. Now, never had any issues with FS22. Giants did a good job on that one. It always worked. FS25 though, recently, since this last major update, absolute major problems. Yeah, see? Ah, but that's dumping. Yeah, it is dumping though. Oh. So that's actually closer to there, not where the actual marks are. Let's just try and dump a little bit. Again, it could be the trailer, so we'll try another trailer too. Mine's the Flegel that I've got. That is actually, as usually, very good. So we could actually stick that in there as well, because it needs water too. So we could. We buried the yeah. Now the one bad thing is some of the extremes were bigger, so we can. No, we can in a minute. Yeah, right, okay, let's fill that. Let's let crack on. So let's go grab my trader, which is... No, that would be the wrong choice. Now, where is ours? Flatbeds. Looks like a trailer, so it's got to be... Have we got ours? We might have to buy one or lease one if we haven't got it. It could be on the back of the Jaguar, though, because you can't see it, can you? It is. I thought we got one. Yeah. Now this, I've never had... Oh, no, I have. No, this one failed as well. Yeah, it did. That's true. This one didn't like manure either. The one that did always, has never ever let me down, is my little trailer. So we could, for testing... Oh, do you know, I mean, this is ridiculous. Come on, for a simple sort of like go, and then everything goes wrong and you're having to like fix mods and things like that. Ah, is it to do with it? No, it could be actually. Yeah, it's true. Now let's just check the extreme greenhouse, because obviously I don't think I've ever placed a super. No, it's all there. Yeah, can accept manure and water too. So it's definitely not to do with that. It's not. If it shows it, so we'll try, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure that this is the answer. It's very similar to, and it's very high if you look at it. So you really need something like, let's lease it, because this has sort of gone now into the thing of mod testing. Really, it's only small, admittedly, but it's part of its charm is the fact that it is very low. Right. Okay. So let's grab. You see, McCormick, you were very handy after all that as well. 624. So is this a 224 horsepower? Yeah, so I won't use that one because I've got to be honest, it's temperamental too. Let's go tip side back. We're going to be right actually. So no, we'll just stick back. Back's fairly good, and let's also get rid of the store deliveries in case we No, I'm not going to buy. I have been buying and selling a lot in the sales because obviously Giants have really tweaked the sales a lot. It's now a major feature, which I love. I personally, it's one of my favourite features of FS22 and FS25. I was a bit, as it was approaching FS25s, I was sort of thinking, oh, I hope they don't get rid of the that feature because it's brilliant. So, manure indeed. Will this work? Might be best to go left because it's like lower on the left. I don't know, it might be level actually. But this I've never had let me go. If it's not, I mean, it could be a trigger issue. If it's a trigger issue, then obviously this won't work, and then I need to go out and check my mod because something's not quite right. Even though the storage is right, it could be that I've like done the trigger too low, or but usually if you do what I did there and lower, you can usually sort of know that it's okay. So that's triggered. So back, if we did the water about somewhere about here. You see, and it's even this is not liking it. No, it's not. Right, okay. Something wrong with that. I'm going to be right back. See you shortly. Yeah, I will bring. I wasn't not going to bring you in, but I think I will. It's yeah, it is right. It is right. I am right actually. It is dead level with the bottom. It's perfect. I've actually got this. So it really is that I think we're just not in the quite right place. Just go to show what Giants are on about with the B mode thing though. It really is quite. Yeah, you can also see my chevrons, which also shows you that is the real level, which means we were too high, and it is very particular. So I'm surprised that Giants can't do something about that. But that is the price you pay for B mode. The other thing is you've got to remember is when you're doing this, is to remember that your wheels are going to pull that. Mind you know, actually, this is a trick that I learned. Yeah, you see straight away. That's all it was, just level. It's as simple as that. Once you're at the right level, that is it, and that's the only thing that Giants always warn you about. If you use free mode, as they call free place mode, that's the killer. It really is. So many things. It's caught me out so many times. It's unbelievable, really. So then we'll also do the big one, which may now that's longer. But if you come from a higher bit and go down, then actually it's tipping your back lower, so you can sometimes. I used to dig a hole when one of Mac Trucker's mods. It was too high, and it was rubbish at the water tanker. You know, is one that you can convert. In FS22, it was a real pain in the backside, and I used to dig a hole in the ground so that the wheel would go into the hole, and then it would pop, which did prove I was right that it was Mac Trucker's. It was still a bit prone sometimes on it just needed to be a little bit lower, or he needed to tweak something. Obviously I never understood about modding back then, but now I do. I know I've had to do it on my trailers too, so it's one of those things. My mic's a little bit low. Hopefully that'll be alright. So we should have well filled that up now. Also, I've increased the water capacity. Yeah, I thought just because GNSs are traditionally 30 tons doesn't mean you have to like have 30 ton sort of storage. If you want to like do more, so you don't need to fill it up, like then you can do that really. Might actually. Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's the front. Although it has got a fairly good sort of like thing, as I've found with other things, but let's just make sure we're not dumping into the. Ooh. I want to make sure I'm not dumping into the straw. But although we do need it there as well. Yeah, that's true. Let's just check because we're going to need that. This needs to be super, super duper. So that is, now we need to switch that on. And it needs to be on distributes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble. As well, you sort of second guess yourself. And think, is it me? You know, especially if you're modding as well, right? So that's, yeah, I think that's filled. So let's like dump. I think we'll have filled it if I'm honest, but let's have a check. Yeah, we have. And it's got a lot of capacity. Right, smashing. So that's busy. yeah, keep. So I think we are ready to rock and roll, finally. So that's distributing. We've got everything. Do love those. Yes, I've got a poplar one to try as well. I've been tweaking like that with the guar beans. So yeah, you can still see the odd little tomato, the bit of red sticking in places. Obviously, yeah, they are similar. They are similar. But I have obviously created the guar beans, as you can clearly see in their things. But it's just, yeah, tomato plants were the closest plant from starting from scratch completely to match the guar bean actual plant in real life. It's, well, anybody who's an expert would sort of say, no, it's nothing like it. Actually, I've got to be honest, it's not a lot like it. I would totally concur with that. It's a bit of a stretch, but again, there's not many people going to know that. Right, so water 47, manure 62 out of 77. Let's. The other thing that is intriguing is the speeding sample. Now we found that here with the wool that you were getting more. You were getting more wool by speeding sample. It's the same with the stores. The store, this new store sort of like thing where you're buying and selling stuff. Now I'm not going to bring it in here now because it's too late. But yeah, if you look at the sales now, you've got way more. Normally, way more. Yeah, things appear than you ever have before. No, this is typical. It's usually get that lot as well. It's normally about 8 items instead of the normal 4 or 5. So, and obviously as you speed time up, those items mostly disappear for the next morning. So it really is quite dynamic now. So it is better for you buying things in the sales, but yeah, it's quite amazing. Right, anyway, I've got everything on, I believe. Let's just check, because I know what I'm like. I'm a terror. So just silage, and we have a shed load of silage. It is a super, so, ooh, digestate. We needed to grab the digestate out. We did. We do. In fact, there's no did about it. We need to grab that. It won't produce any more until we grab that out. I feel a time lapse coming on, because this is getting silly now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's grab the fence. So yeah, let's get this, because it's going to take quite a lot of effort now. So yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. So I'll come out the time. Yeah, it's there's no real rush. If this goes into 2 sessions, because I've got more work to do, then it's tough. Yeah, so I was talking once. I've decided that the mod I'm going with in the mods of Jews, I'm an unknown quantity, is probably my simple sheds. It's the most simple mod I've actually got. It's the very least thing I was going to do. But what I mean is, you need to establish with Giants a reputation to begin with yourself. These had the solar panels shown, didn't they? I thought I'd hidden all of those. I've also got a huge one. A really, almost 1.5 times that size. Ooh, and at the minute it's the same price. Yeah, so we need to grab this from here. Yeah, so we need... Yeah, this is... I don't think this is a very fast fill either. We've not got a lorry, have we? No, it's the one thing we never got all the time. We were like on the Let's Play, which is a bit strange, really. I mean, I dare say we got some that we could have bought, to be truthful, but it's probably is true. Yeah, but this is a little bit slow for this task. So if I don't go into a time lapse, it's going to take forever. So we need to shift quite a lot of this. We could actually build a storage place next door, just, you know, it's going to help us. It's only got 250,000 litres, but that should... I ought to make an extreme storage for this particular type of instance where it's cheap, because we're only doing this really to close the... let's go for a large corner, which is 17... Large corner. It is indeed. It's got 500. It is very tall, but it's still very, it's made for small areas. Yeah, the sheds likewise. Ah, so I need to like do B mode apparently, but it is very flat, so we should be fine. Should be, but we've just seen. I said that about the greenhouse, and that didn't work out so well, did it? Yeah, so let's grab that. Now that actually sensed that. I just saw it flicker. Yeah. Right, so let's go into that tab. It's true, I was going to chat, but it's going to take a while. I could probably actually arrange this so I'm grabbing from one end and like putting it in the other. That might work. It may actually. We'll have a go. I might be too far out. It's going to be close. This is a monster. It's long and everything. So if we like see at the last point, we might be able to start filling and emptying at the same time. I have done it on some Let's Plays, but no, it's too far away. Yeah, so I'm going to go into that time lapse because it's going to take. Yeah, ooh, I have turned them around. Yes, I'm just getting around most of the mods now. I've got some of them a bit skew-iffed. I seem to have been in rather a rush to get everything right, and some of them are not quite. Yeah, the pusher icon looks slightly skew-iff on this. No, it doesn't. No, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of little tiny feed silos. They're both, they're not quite right. But yeah, I'm going with the sheds to begin with because they're the simplest thing I've got. I need to build up start from really scratch so that then giants know me, and then hopefully you can sort of move on. I think it's a very old school, so he's very close then to... Oh, you can as well. Are we emptying as well? Let's see. I'm not sure. We are indeed. Yeah, we're doing a bit of both. Yeah, you can see it battling. Then this is... I've got this just right to do the battle, where it's filling and emptying at the same time. It's really... Yeah, it took quite a bit of fine-tuning to sort of get it right. Yay. Fantastic. Yeah, your fill and your empty needs to sort of be almost at the same, and a lot of them, again, it's... again, I think a lot of modders are going for realism. Now, I'm going from sort of a semi-realistic and also game thing as well. Not DJ... Not, I mean, because DJ Gohan goes from a gaming perspective completely. In other words, he'll do whatever, and he openly admits that he'll go around corners as he's ploughing, because you can. It is, you know, whereas I try to do this as if I'm a real farmer, but yeah, there are some times where if I did it exactly as a real farmer, I would be here, and I'm trying to create content, so there's a balance between absolute realism and let's see how we're doing on this as well, because it's only got 500 litres, 500,000 storage, so not bad. It's about 200 tons. We knew it was going to be slow. Yeah, so I'll show you something that I have been working on then that might, in fact, I've never seen this myself. So let's just grab the huge shed. Because this one, it'll have this, oh, they've all got the same picture. I should have the icon now for one of these. Oh no, it's in the Giants folder. Yeah, it is. Oh, in fact, no. Yeah, no, I don't think it's, I did this in the Giants. I've done it for Giants. I will obviously copy it back here. I can only sort of show you, which we've already got, so I can't. But I have been working on some things. Yeah, that's true. I could show you those while we are waiting, because that's going to take a while. Is there anything else we can do? Not really. That's the what we've got left to do. Yeah, so I have got some soon. Yeah, a couple of like things I've been working on. I've gone with a production over the... I'll show you. Now this is... Yeah, now this is the production type one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is definitely the production type one. And there's also the common chapter is the same. Now this is the true Giants building. This is mine adapted. It's smaller. It takes quite a lot of effort to do that as well. And there should be some stone ones. Oh, have I lost one of my... Ah. Yeah, the heap spawner. Oh, it is actually... No, it is working. It's doing the... It's using the stone icon, but it's... no, right, yeah, missing function. It doesn't understand... JMGaming must have a lot of... what is there? And this is a mine, the same as the other one. So I've got a stone, and you can see it's quite happy. That's simulating me drawing stone up from a mine based upon cycles, and because it's a production you can send those places. The iron ore mine as a heap spawner, that again is using giants technology, that doesn't like things. But this one, you can see there's no missing thing. That one converts the ingots of iron ore stones and makes it into the true iron ore. Again, it's a simulation. You can't make the game grab something, but you can always with the production change something from one thing to another. So it is... Oh, I've gone on... Oh, yeah, I've gone on... Yeah. We know we can do it, so let's just... might still have been dumping. That's why you didn't get the... Yeah, because you can only show one message at a time. Yeah, no, it's still doing it. Brilliant. Right, yeah. So obviously, taking JMGaming's advice, because he knows what he's talking about, having gone through the model a lot. So these are my choice of, like, things. I have switched the solar panels off in the Giants ones. And also, they are deliberately placeable, like we can see here, right against things like fences, which is something that almost all in real life you could do it. It's always bugged me, but obviously it's only when you're a modder you think, ah, that's why, because everybody does such a massive skirt. And that one's not too terrible. Now that modder's listening and playing the game, but it's still got a bigger skirt. Now one of my favourites, being as we've got a bit of time, if you go to sheds, is one of the first sheds. I love this, but it's got a monstrous skirt. So you've got to like go... I mean, that's overlapping with me, so that's an unfair. But like, yeah, it's overlapping. Overlapping steel, overlapping. Oh my life, what is it? It's going to be some grass lying around on the field. That's the only trouble. It's an unfair thing on a grass field. Now this has not been used for a long time, so yeah, if we try and go, because we own both of these fields, as close to that, and you see, that's so far away from the edge of the field. That's it. You could build that there, and that's it. And that's all because the mod has chosen to basically do it the Giants way, where you've got a monstrous skirt all the way around. Well, why? If you're like trying to build and you're trying to build realism in, then I could build that right next to there. So I'm deliberately making mine based upon real physics, not obviously on like Giants' way of doing things. So we shall see if I get away with it. Let's have a look. I would say that 500,000 litres is probably about... Oh, we're getting... Yeah, we're definitely going down. So we should have 250 odd tons left when this is done. So I think what we're going to do is... Yeah, there's no real need to speed time up. I think we're going to go straight through till December. Now, are we going to... I mean, all we're trying to do... Excuse me, I've just whacked the mic. All we're trying to do is process everything so that we can see how much everything is worth. Now, we know we could take our digestates to the slurry yard and sell it. We don't need to sort of do that to see what we would earn from doing it. So that's what I've really got to do. So then, this should also be now, this should be working again. All my life it is. Wow, it's gone up again. So it looks like the silage, though, is pretty much hammered, so we shouldn't. Yeah, once the grass has gone from the super biogas plant. Yeah, silage, actually, so we need the grass field salad extreme straw rope maker spinny. Hang on a minute. Have we got rid of the... Yeah, because we're not doing grass into the BGA. We were doing... So we're doing manure as well. Silage. So what was making the silage? Have we lost the we have, haven't we? So where did that go? Self-sufficiency. We must have had the self-sufficiency with this to be doing that. So have we got any grass left? That's the real kicker. 315,000 litres. So yeah, we have. So is that in the big silo? It's going to be in the big silo, isn't it? It's got to be. So you see, and this is getting more and more complicated as we speak. It is. I want to be fair as well, though. It is a bit. So wow. Yeah, that is gone. So how are we doing in the extreme straw factory? Oh, wow. Blink of an eye, it's all gone. So that's all processed. That's why I like the extremes. So Spinny Tailor, fabric, 39,000 litres, and clothes, 30,000 litres. So that's going to take a while. This has always been a bit of a weak one. I've always said this. Extreme Rep Maker, that wouldn't surprise me if that's all gone. The slow one is going to be the bioplastics. This may well take quite a few months, so we might have to sort of like do a couple of things. So that's done. So that can now be switched off because that is, yeah, done, and done. No more straw. Super biogas plant. It's got still a shed load of diet. It's obviously, yeah. What's more important is the getting the grass changed, which is a self-sufficiency, which I would have thought we had, but I have changed the models a few times. So, right, so that's got silage, water. Oh, even that's got a bit of digestate. It's all been grabbing, hasn't it, the digestate? So that's good. So then we need to stick down and probably close to that one. No, it doesn't matter. It's a production. We can do it wherever we like. It was there. And see where it was. So we'll give ourselves the cash back. And I didn't give myself the cash back early, did I, for that? Yeah, let's go super self-sufficiency. Oh, there you see, that'll be what's happened. The extreme's not working. Yeah, I've never placed the self-sufficiency extreme. So I need to fix that. So let's go for a super then, which is going to be fairly decent as well. So that's a mini. We want let's go for a biggie as well. And we'll give ourselves a cash back. So self-sufficiency is very striking in its appearance. It is. It's like the bionic. So it'd be 47. And of course we have already placed this. But yeah, it's because I've swapped the extreme that the normal, which I believe it looks like it would be there, that's where it's gone. So it is. Yeah, we ought to give ourselves the other back as well. Or did we do it? No, that's bionic. We should have a super small, but let's go for the biggie, which is going to be 77, which we have already paid for. So yeah, here we go. Super self-sufficiency. Now then, we must have gone super small, I would say, from looking at that. Now then, we're definitely going to need to raise. That's a bit. It's definitely a little bit. Let's then do a level from there. So we go out and all the way to the chevrons. And then at least it's not too terrible for like. And then what we'll do is soften a little tiny bit. So it's not like going up a massive ramp. Right, so then we need to call water. I say it looks like it's going to be. I don't want to like rush this anyway, really. So extreme self. So we'll give ourselves the cash back as well. Yeah. So we did actually add and remove the money earlier. So add money. 47. No, 77. 77, 777, I think. Nearest, damn it. Right, so then we've got that. So put that back. We now need to switch it on. So we want digestate from that one. And so that's going to call for the grass. So let's make sure that our, I think it's the large grass field silo. It'll be that one. No, but you just pass it around. Yeah, that's trouble. Let's just see. Yeah, it looks like it's gone from there. So where has it gone then? That's got some. Is that actually... It's just the annoying thing about all of these silos. Without you telling them, they just really pass things around anyway. Terrace. So it must be mainly in the other silo, which makes no sense because obviously we put the grass into the... did we though? Or did we have trouble with the... We did, and then I fixed it. Yeah, we did. So production silo is going to be in then. If it's not in that one. Only a little tiny bit. So where's all of our grass then? Because we've just seen that we've got 316,000 litres. Where? Yeah, I'm going to say, I can't see it. Do we own it and it's somewhere... is it the bales that are like on the side of... No, not that much. I hate mysteries like this because, yeah, it's true. We've just been in all of our productions and we can see that we can't see very little grass in any of these. That's not going to care about it. Super self-sufficiency. So it's not... We don't own it then. So we just put that down for no reason. Do you know, seriously... so we want the silage and digestate. We want to distribute, and we want the silage to also distribute to there. So yeah, if it's there, it will work, but I don't think it is. Let's speed up till 10 o'clock. And if we get... we can't see it. I don't know where that is. It's fibbing, I think. Right, okay, so that's... Yeah, it's going across. Digestic 570, manure 7. Yeah, it isn't going up at all. So, ooh. Why is that? Why is that, like, done that? We've not altered the level. We've not changed the map or anything. Or has it always been floating? I never noticed it. Perhaps. Right, so then we are in December. We've done our straw. The one thing that we're waiting on is the bioplastics, which is going to take a few months. So we really need to go through... Let's just switch these off because, like, there's nothing left to do in there. Stream Spinny Tailor is doing the fabric. Straw Factory has done. We've switched it off. Grassfield Silo is likewise Large Corner. Is also... Wow, there's a lot of digestate in all of these. Seriously, there is. Yeah, wow. Super Guabin. We may as well. It's still worth something. And we're not cheating or anything, so. Right, so everything we can do, we've got going. So a few productions left to do, so let's just whiz on. And we just need to... Yes, I mean, obviously, we would be selling our digestate now if we were hanging around. So all we've got to do really is check what the bioplastics does, which is about 5 or 6 tons a day. It's not a lot. It's a chugger. I did say that it's a cracker, but it's not like one of the Omatana productions or something like that. So we should see. Yeah, it's just going to slow us down. So we want to be checking keeping our eyes on this really, because we have got it all going, haven't we? Right, so the wheat's done, so that can be switched off. Wood chips is... Yeah, that's not on anyway. Sugarcane. This is the one that's going to be nasty, because obviously there's a lot of sugarcane we've got as well. So I don't know how we do this, or whether we extrapolate the cost of like what we've got and compare that to what we've got. It's going to get messy, that's my point. We could sort of do that, it's true, but we need to know how much, because there's quite a lot of loss from these recipes. But it is true also, we need to make sure that all of the... all of the sugar cane is being told to shift because it'll go between all of them. It's a terror for like sugar cane. Yeah, 93 tons in that one. And straw. Ah, we got some straw in that one. Silage, loads of silage. Ah, so the silage. See, this is what I'm saying. They're a real pain. Oh, well, there's corn in there. This is going to get really messy. I don't think I've ever had a Let's Play that's actually done this to me that's got bad, but then I very infrequently now have someone else's productions because I can control how this goes. So let's have a look. We look at the time zone stock check. I mean, yeah. Trouble is, it's not. I mean, look at the rope factory. That is tremendously. I mean, the polylactic acid that is really building up, and even the guar glue's worth a fortune. So, yeah, it's true. I did know that. Fabric, we've got a lot. Wow, clothes likewise. This is tremendous, is it not? I would say we're sitting on double that, but you can't say that unless you actually do it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at the straw boards and the straw bricks. It's just tremendous. But I mean, I did say about how good a business the rope factory. It is really fantastic. I love it. It's amazing. But yeah. So what are we going to do? What can we do? I mean, we're not really hurting, are we, by just whizzing through. So let's just whiz through. I've done it once. Typically, it was another JMGaming map, Reezy Forest. I think we went through almost to the next August. So let's just zip through. Have a quick look each month at the bioplastics. We'll process what's in there because I'm not sure how much. No, we'll have a look. Let's just crack on. Yeah, let's just. So we need to be in the bioplastics to see this when it is like going lower. Yeah, so it is going lower, but it is a little bit at a time. So. But I mean, yeah, we are. This is going to be. We're going to be pulling out all the stops on this. It's going to be a cracker. I mean, I knew we'd be millionaires. We've been millionaires multiple times. The other thing is we've sunk shed loads of cash. Not also into the fields too. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's going down. The biggest one, obviously, is the sugar cane factory. That's the one that's going to be beastly. I've got a similar thing on Westbridge Hills. It was my last episode, work episode on that. Likewise, but again, I've just done the extremes ready to do that. So let's have a look. No, that's not what we want to look at. Corn, sugar cane. It's going down. It is, and they're going up. Apologies for the silence. Yes, corn's getting really right. We need to make sure that everything is like telling all of the things in here though to actually go. So there's cotton in that one. See, that's bad. Let's switch that on to, because that, yeah, I mean, that is a major thing for every, all of the productions to have the cotton. So, distributing corn. I don't think there's any potatoes in there. Cotton. Distribute. We'll say distribute. It probably isn't in there, but let's have a look. Grass also. Straw. Yeah, in case it is in there. That is already oh, no, not selling. So distribute, pig food, wood chips, stones. Yeah, that's it. Brilliant. So just need to make, so that is on, digestate. It is on keep. Yeah, no, we do want it on keep. It's true. That's full. All right, so we now need to go to the large corner and see what is in this one. A bit of corn. So the corn needs to be on Distribute. I see. There's no good in like half doing this. I don't care if it takes like if it's a 2 hour session. It is what it is. Yeah, it's got to be done. You can't have inaccuracies. That's my point with this type of thing. So potatoes. Ooh, I did a good job. I did do the potatoes. It has actually got some in there. Have I actually switched? No, I haven't. Distribute. So anything else? No, over here. Sugar cane. Yeah, that's what we were really looking for in the first place, wasn't it, really? Sugar cane. Yeah, that's the biggest thing we've got, really. I knew I'd regret it. It's true. Yeah, it's right. So water. Yeah, we also want to distribute. So yeah, it's a water too. That way we can like keep filling it up a bit as well. Ooh, where the water is, it's higher. It's got a distinctive icon though, so. Distribute, so we want the production silo likewise, which has got corn. Which, yeah, again, wow. This is what I was saying about it. It's such a pain. They're sort of helpful, but so bad at being helpful that it's unbelievable. So distribute. Anything else? Digest it. We're keeping. We just want a tally of what we've got in there. Silage. Ooh, okay. See, and that's all for the BGA. Right, silage. Oh, no. I was going to apologise, but it's part of it, isn't it? What can you do? It is the game, isn't it? You're apologising for like doing really well. It's yeah. So let's stick that on the bioplastics because that is all that's left to do. So that should really come through and start processing more on all of them again, which means there's going to be even more digestate than before. Right. I must have known. I've been sort of like had trepidation. Oh, leasing costs. What are we leasing? Oh, of course, that little tiny trailer. Maybe something else. Yeah, no, it's just that one. Let's just check though. I know what I'm like for leasing and forgetting to return. Yeah, having a permanent lease. I mean, you can do that, admittedly, but it's not what we're about, is it? So then, productions. Bioplastics. So that is. So the sugarcane is going back up again now, which is good. Wheat's definitely gone. Corn is going up. Oh, that is a point. Did we switch the? Yeah, because we may now find that the rope maker's got some more stuff in it. It has. It's only cotton. Yeah, which is true. Spinny Taylor has also got a bit of cotton, but they're both on still anyway. So that one can be switched off now because that is finished. So the clothes are still chugging along nice, and they are really still cracking on. So that is brilliant. So let's just go through it again. And let's keep it on. That's 2. Wow, I think we're gonna beat Rizu. I think we're gonna be well past August by the time this is finished. It's gonna be probably like January, February of the year after. Yeah. There is a way I could have done this. I did a production a while back that you can grab someone else's stuff and then transfer it and make it into something else, but it still takes quite a lot of effort to do it. So yeah, all things considered, wow, that's still going up. We need to make sure the storage is good on those as well. It is. I think we're going to be all right actually. Yeah, because there's some heavy loss on the sugarcane one, I think, and the potatoes likewise were quite heavy loss. Still worth doing though. We could see that there's a lot of cash tied up in those, definitely more than the corn and the is worth, but more than the product's better than the actual base items, which of course you'd expect really. So the corn is seriously going down, and that's now sugarcane is not going up anymore. Yeah, I sort of did. I think I think you really know deep down your psyches are or as my dad would call it, the subconscious is a really. I sort of had like misgivings. I was like putting this off for like a couple of weeks. Oh my life, the production costs. Why are we getting hammered for? What would be like doing that? What is it buying? Yeah, I've worked out what does this. Now that is now finished, so that can be like switched off. And so can that because there's nothing less to make. So let's just go down. The rope maker is still doing the cotton. Wow, that cotton's gone up. So there must have been more than in the. So the straw factory, now you can see actually now that is worth quite a lot of cash. So but we don't want to make any more. So we need to switch the super guar bean off as well. Because we're just making. I know we could sell the product, but it's that's costing a lot. I did work this out. The costs are not of this, of the actual straw factory. The making of the guar glue is. Did you really mean to have that's 480? Gordon Bennett, man. No, I don't think I did. I did want it to be expensive, but not quite that. Wow, now we know where the costs are. They do seem rather high. I've never seen anything like that. It's almost like it's added a 0 on. Right, I need to check that. I've had something on a lot of the Let's Plays. Now, we do make a lot of money, but I would imagine these production costs for that on a monthly basis is seriously. Now, I thought it was the whiskey factory on. But now, thinking about it, it's going to be that. The costs are exorbitant, so that's wrong. No wonder our money's gone down. We got 700 grand. So that shouldn't hit us anymore. It is a bit unfair, but we will get the money back for the guar beans, so you can't have it always, really. So that's now processing straw, but it's not been told to do that. And nor has it done the manure. Oh, we don't get any slurry, so we're all right. So super guar beans has been switched off. Super self-sufficiency, it still needs to be doing... Oh, it's got core. Oh, no. We could do something about that then if we've got to do something like that. Oh, can we make with corn? I think seeds. I did try to do this on purpose. One of these was seeds from... Oh, I don't know. Oh, I did. Yeah, so we could do seeds. It's not a very good sort of thing, but we do need to put water in, and there's not a lot in there. So we need to fill up somebody with water. What else? Seeds, water, slurry. Which means we need to... What do we need to do to make some slurry? Slurry from manure. But I do allow the buying of one thing. This is now turning out to be a bit of a debacle. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to acknowledge the fact that sometimes you get scuppered. That's a lot of loss, though, isn't it? It is. It's nice to know the grass is going across, though, now. So we couldn't see it, but it was somewhere. So the corn, that's really terrible. Can we... Yeah, if we take that now... Oh, this is getting worse. The corn was going low. Now we've got a shed load of corn again. And the sugar cane. Right, well, yeah, I can't... It's true, my sensibilities won't allow me to, like, cheat on this. So let's just grab this, and we're going to grab... So it's in the super self-sufficiency. So we're going to grab that out and stick it where it should be. Which it should be... this is what I do like about the mods that I've made, and that is the fact that I deliberately make it so you can grab the stuff out again, because obviously a lot of the mods don't allow you to do that. So mine does, because of this very fact. Right, okay, so then Yeah, I mean, bottom line is, though, it's scuppered now. There's a lot of productions where you can stick it in, but you can't grab it out, and that's the norm. Well, I just think that's silly. So let's grab some of this out, and then we'll go through again. I might split this. I think I might have to. So yeah, it's. In fact, I think it's probably now's not a bad time to actually do this. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we're going to split into another one. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. Yeah, that has been fixed, finally. Yeah, it took a lot of effort, actually. I'm quite shocked at how that we could actually be clever. Stick this in here. We need to switch the seeds off, though, because it'll be calling for it again. Yeah, we do. We don't want it to, like, end up back in that. So seeds want to be off. No, I don't trust it. I don't. I know what productions are like. They are terrors. Ooh, we left a bit of stones. There's a bit of stones on the field. Yeah, there was a couple of patches, weren't there? Unfortunately, and this is what I was saying. There's no Let's Play you can do it where it's done perfectly, but you can do a good job. This is a tip back, push back in it, so. So let's stick this in, speed it up. What we'll do is, I think we'll speed the time up and I will ferry the stuff across. But I'm going to say my goodbyes and I'm going to start again. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on the very last episode next session. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.